What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Steve XM Show. We got a really cool tutorial for you today. So this is a program, or an add-on rather, for OBS. That's your streaming software. It's an add-on called OBS Command. I've been using this for some time now. This is going to help you control all of your scene elements, everything in OBS. It's going to be super seamless, so I really wanted to share this with everyone. Let's take a look here. So simple switches just like that are done by using scripts in VoiceAttack. So for those that don't know what VoiceAttack is, let's show this off real quick. So you can see when I'm switching back and forth between my OBS sources here, it's just on the fly. It's all done not using any really hotkeys in OBS. It's using hotkeys in VoiceAttack. And we're going to get into this. So here's an example. We can make ourselves get big. Now, you might be asking, why don't you just use the shortcuts that are in OBS? There's shortcuts in OBS you could just use, but there's scripting involved with this that you can't do normally. So watch this. So if I grow large, here I am large, I'll grow small again. Now, because I have this programmed in VoiceAttack, I can actually remember my position. So watch, I'll switch over to the right side here. And there we are, we're on the right side, and I'll get big. Then I'll get small again, and it remembers my location. So small examples like that are something that you can't just do with the basic hotkeys in OBS. Now here's another example of something that's quite advanced, that's several layers. Actually, I'm going to show the layers here. So we'll open up our OBS. This is what it looks like in OBS here. So here's all your layers here. You can see, pay attention to the one that says chat window group and all the stuff below that. So this is going to be our chat window that's going to pop up here. It's just a lot of things. It's several different animations combined together along with an actual chat log. So we're going to hit this button here and it's going to make it pop up. And you saw a little glitch action there. It's an unfortunate thing of OBS that just happens from time to time. So yeah, this is going to be something we're going to be doing tutorials on in the future as well, showing you guys how to make these chat windows, how to animate them, all that cool stuff. Now we can also use voice commands because we have VoiceAttack. So it's a program where you can actually control with your voice. So watch this. I'll put my hands on my head for a demonstration. Hide chat. And it's gone. Now, what I really like about this, and what I found, the voice commands are really good for you guys who are VR streamers. There are ways of doing hotkeys with like mobile devices on your arms. Or there's some advanced program you can get into, but really your voice is your best method when you're in VR. Show chat. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. Okay, so let's get into it. So hide chat. All right, so first things first, guys. Let's get rid of this OBS thing. We don't want that. We're going to go to voiceattack.com. Links in the description. You're going to download the sucker. Free version gets you 20 free commands. So really everything I'm showing you guys today you'll be able to do for free. I highly recommend you purchase it though. It's like $10. So go here, click the download. You actually click on this disk here to download it. And then you'll save it, install it. You'll be good to go. There's also a Steam version as well, guys. So check that out. I think both versions offer a free version. Okay, so let's go into OBS Command. So OBS Command is what talks to VoiceAttack. This is how you do. This is how you control OBS. So we have our OBS window here. We can control all of these scene sources with OBS Command. So link in the description to OBS Command. Pop over there. You're going to see this. You're going to go to download. Boom. Click that sucker. And then you're going to hit save. It's a zip file. So we'll just do this to the desktop for now. Doesn't matter. I already have mine saved, so we'll pretend like I saved it. And then you actually want to pay attention to where you saved yours. It's very important. We'll show the next step there. So you're going to want to navigate to where you installed it. And I have it installed, in this folder on my C drive. So a new streaming folder, I call it. I call it streaming programs. OBS Command was somewhere down here in a zip file. You can see it here. Probably hard to read. Just unzip it to its own folder. So then you're going to get this folder here called OBS Command. Navigate there. There's another subfolder. Actually, you have to install this as well. So it'll give you the install for this WebSocket thing. This is what lets OBS Command speak to OBS. So make sure you install that first. Double click it. It'll ask you to install, hit yes. Obviously, I already have it installed, so you would hit yes there and just follow the prompts. Then open your OBS command folder here. Now pay attention to where this folder is. This is going to be very important. You need to know the location of this. And this is the OBS command program itself here. So this is where we're going to be pointing to. All right, so let's go into voice attack. And we're going to start a new profile. So I'm going to start a brand new profile from scratch. So pretend like this was all blank here. You guys are going to go to this little button over here. And you're going to go to create new profile. I'm going to call this one OBS Command, OBS Command. Okay. And let me just show this off here. Wrong button. This one here. Okay, so then we're going to make a new command. How will we do this? I don't know. All right, so yeah, we'll make a new command. I have a thing that I want to show off. I got a little source thing over here. I'll turn it on real quick because you can click in OBS. You can click your sources to turn them on. So we have this neat little, what the heck is this thing? Voice attack loop I made here. So I made this in Blender. Pretty cool. So this is the logo for voice attack. So right now I can toggle it by turning the source on and off just by clicking on it. I'll show that here so you can see. Oh, this looks kind of weird. Why does it look like that? Okay, here we go. So it's going to be a crazy looking view here because it's multiple angles. But yeah, we can just toggle that on and off by clicking on it. Or we could make a hotkey in OBS to toggle it on and off. But I'm going to show you guys how to do it with the OBS command. Okay, so let's turn it off for now. And let's make a new command. We're going to call this toggle, T-O-G-G-L-E, toggle voice attack logo. So this is an interesting thing here. So not only is this where you name... Ooh, I got to fix this window 1 second. Why it looks like that. It's because I scaled it. There we go. So not only is this where you name your voice attack command, but this is also, if you want to use a phrase to say the command, this is also what you would say to activate it. Now you don't have to turn that on. I find a lot of the times when I'm just on my desktop streaming, when I'm in VR, I use these things a lot, these voice commands. But when I'm on my desktop here, I just use key presses here. So we can also do a key press. We're going to do Control-Alt-0 on the numpad. So yeah, you go in here, then you just hit Control-Alt and then hit 0 on your numpad. So that's just another way we can activate it. We'll leave on the voice activation as well. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to go to Other, and you want to go to Windows. You want to go to Run Application, and that adds this. It's going to add this new command here to that segment. This is not showing too well here, but click on these double dots. This is where you browse for your application, or you can just enter it in here if you know it. But we're going to browse for it. There's some Valorant stuff there. Source subject, that game. And we're going to navigate to my folder where I keep it. So I know where I keep it. I keep it on the C drive. I just showed you guys this before in the beginning. A new streaming new streaming folder. Streaming programs. And this is where we unzipped it. So navigate to your OBS command folder. Now once you have one program done, once you have one command done, you can just copy and paste these. It's going to be super quick. OBS command. Here is your exe, your application. So just double click it, and now voice attack knows what to run. Now the secret to running these is the way that you enter the commands in. Let me make sure I have this right here. Okay, so this is the trick. So first of all, you want to make sure you run hidden. If you don't run hidden, it's going to pop up every time you run these commands. A big old command prompt's going to come up on the screen. You don't want that, obviously. You're going to type in / I do believe. And for this one, we'll do toggle source. So TOGGLE SOURCE. And I think it's equals, and then quotes. And then you type in the name of the source that's in OBS. So this is very important, guys. This is case sensitive. So yeah, this is case sensitive. So you come down here, and you want, actually I could just show this over here. Be better. OBS. Okay, here's all my different sources in OBS. The one that we're going to be controlling Of course, it's not on the screen. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Voice attack logo loop. So you can see there's spaces in between. The L's are capital. So that's actually very important. All case sensitive, this. Pay attention to that. So we just type that in here after the quotes. So voice attack, capital L O G O, capital L O O P. And we can actually test it right now to see if it worked. It should pop up here. It worked. Boom. So yeah, always test first. And since this is set to toggle, we can just toggle it on and off. Now, a lot of the times with my advanced stuff that I do stuff like show and hide. So if you type hide here, hide source, it'll hide it. This is very important for when you're doing some advanced things where you want to hide it at certain times and show it at certain times. The toggle is not as good. So here's the show source with the parameters here. Boom, there it goes. We're going to leave it as toggle though, because this is something that's basic, and a toggle would work fine for this type of source. Okay, so we are pretty much done. You can see it's been saved now to this list here. You can do all kinds of advanced stuff, saving variables, how you want to control things. You could put it on a time delay with the pause functions. We're not getting that in this tutorial today. I just want to show you guys how to run the basic script here. Okay. So now we have a couple different ways that we can control that. So we can hit Control-Alt-0 on the numpad. Boom. And as you can see, it shows the OBS. This is the voice attack prompt up here. You can see that it's toggling voice attack logo. That's the shortcut there. We got to get rid of that other one. The other one doesn't do anything anymore. Now we can also do it by saying toggle voice attack logo. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. It's done. Toggle voice attack logo. And that's it, guys. So that's how you use OBS Command to control your scenes. Then you can do some super advanced stuff like this. And, whoa, don't do that one. Super advanced stuff like the chat windows where it's showing one animation in, it's showing an overlay, it's got the chat window, it's got all kinds of stuff going on. So yeah, learn how to use the OBS commands and use voice attack so you can save all kinds of variables, do all that kind of stuff. Voice attack is really easy to learn how to do all the variables and that. The help guide's really good. So when you download voice attack, just hit F1, like click on voice attack here, and just hit F1, and it'll bring you to the manual. That's your best friend here. There's a little bit of syntax to learn with the way that certain things are done, but it's a good read too. I remember spending many a night laying in bed just kind of going through this, and there's some good examples in that too. So one last thing I wanted to show for you guys is actually going to be how to do an Autohotkey script. So for those that don't want to use voice attack, you want to do this 100% free, you could use Autohotkey, and I just learned how to do that today. First things first though, we want to make sure I get rid of the shortcut here, or else it won't work with Autohotkey. So quickly, I'll show you guys how to do it in Autohotkey. If you guys want to get into Autohotkey programming, I mean, really, it's probably just as versatile as voice attack. Voice attack, though, is a lot more user-friendly with the UI, the way that the commands are done. But feel free to use either version, either method, rather. Okay, so let's go to our File Explorer. And we're going to navigate to our OBS command folder here. So I already made some hotkeys earlier. These are actually how I've been controlling. These have been how I've been controlling those things that pop in and out. So we're going to make a new one, and I'm just going to copy this one here. So this toggles my voice attack main. So you copy this. Actually, I'll show you how to do it from scratch. I'm going to copy the text that's in it, though. So let me go to Edit Script, because I don't really know this stuff by heart yet. So, okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to right-click. Let me get out of here. So you right-click. First, you got to install Autohotkey, by the way. So go download Autohotkey. It's free, and install it. But if you already have Autohotkey, you go to New Text Document, and we're going to save this as toggle, T-O-G-G-L-E, toggle VA logo. So toggle voice attack logo. Then we're going to go into that text document, and we're going to paste this text here. So this is a simple Autohotkey command. Once it runs, this is how you're going to activate it. So this is Control, this is Alt, and this is the button that you're going to hit. So we're going to do Control, Alt, and numpad 0. That's how we're going to activate it. So I'm just going to change that to 0. And then this is the syntax you want here. You want to do run. You want to do OBS Command.exe. And the way I have this programmed, you want these to be in the same folder, I think. I think that's how it works, as the OBS Command.exe. There's other ways you can point to specific folders, but I just did it this way because it was easier. And here's our toggle source. So you guys remember that from before. So just type in OBS Command.exe with a space. I'm going to put this in the description too, guys, so you guys can just copy this. Because this is really all you're going to need. You're either going to change this to hide, show, or toggle. Right now we're going to keep it toggle. And then we're going to rename this to voice attack logo loop. Okay. Logo loop. And okay, it looks like I did point it at the directory. So this next line here after the comma, this points it at the directory where the exe is located. So a quick way to get that is just right click in the folder here and go to properties, go to security, and just copy this. So we can actually do that now. We'll just copy it. And if I pasted it into our text document, it's the same exact thing. So it would work. And then a secret tip here, well actually this is necessary, make sure you do the comma and minimized. So min, that's going to make it so it doesn't launch it, doesn't show it up on the screen. I'll show it actually once what it looks like maximized. Let's see what that does. It's probably going to look bad. Okay, and then just hit enter, and then you want to type return here. So hit control, actually we want to go to file, we want to go to save as, and then in here you want to change this from text document. You want to change this to all files, and you want to put in .ahk. That's for Autohotkey. So .ahk, then save it. And what that does, we can close this now. You can see the file type up here, these ones with H's. These are Autohotkey files. I got the text versions down there as well. So how you want to do this is you want to launch this. So to launch an Autohotkey file, you just double click it. So toggle voice attack logo, we're going to double click it. Nothing's going to happen because it's waiting for us to press Control Alt 0 on the numpad. Now if you go to the bottom of your screen down here in your taskbar, you'll see that there's Autohotkey running. I don't know if it shows all of them. Let's go to... Yeah, there's a bunch of them running. I mean, I got a bunch running for the stream that I'm doing right now. Oh, there they are. So these are each one of the scripts. They just run in the background, and they're just waiting for the key presses. Like one of my key presses does this zoom in thing here. So it just toggles that source just to help you guys see better. But let's test out our Control Alt 0. Here it goes. I'm going to move over to the other side of the screen, though. We can see that logo pop up. And the logo popped up. And as you can see in the background there, all that black stuff that popped up, that was like the script running, the command prompt running. So we don't want that. So we're going to go to toggle voice attack logo. We're going to go back in there and go to edit script. This is a free script editor that I downloaded. There's plenty out there. We're going to change this. We're going to change that max to a min. Zoom in here so you guys can probably see this. So just change that to a min. There's other settings, but for this is what you're going to want. I just hit Control S to save, or you can hit save up here. Close it. Now you want to close out the one that's running currently. So let me pop back over here. So go down to your Autohotkey stuff. We have one down here called toggle logo. So right click that and hit exit. That's how I do it anyways. So now we can double click toggle voice attack logo. Boom. And now it's running in the background again, as we can see down here. It is running down here somewhere. And now, when we hit Control Alt 0, we're no longer using voice attack, we're using Autohotkey, and you can see that stuff didn't pop up in the background. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you guys want more tutorials like this, if you're looking for more behind the scenes streamer setup stuff, definitely like and subscribe and comment on what you guys want to see. I would appreciate that. It definitely motivates me more to do more tutorials and stuff like this. But I already got a bunch of stuff planned for this, so I know if you're watching this like a year or two from now, I'll probably have several videos on the channel you guys can check out. But if you're watching this live, this is like my first tutorial video that I've done. So hopefully I did all right. Obviously, I'll be learning from this and improving. So yeah, hopefully everything looks good, sounds good, all that stuff, guys. I will catch you on the next episode of the SteveXM Show. And we do a lot of live streaming on the channel as well, games, VR stuff. And this stuff is really, really useful for VR. I don't really have any examples ready for how I've used it in VR, but you can do scene transitions with this. You can automatically launch games. You can do so much advanced stuff. You can mute your microphone for certain things. Say you want to do a be right back screen. Oh, I almost launched it on accident. Yeah, you could launch that, then it can mute your microphone. There's just anything you can think of, guys, you can do with voice attack, with the programming, and OBS Command. So OBS Command, shout out to whoever developed that. We probably should like mention them here. I don't even know who this guy is. I mean, I've never talked to these people, but they made this thing and it works great. You can see all the examples here of other things you can do. You can set volume levels of stuff. I don't mess with any of this stuff. I only use the toggle. I used the mute one, I think, before, but you can actually just mute your microphone by toggling it as well. But mainly, the only ones I really use are the hide and show source. Those are the only ones I use. I don't even really change scenes that much anymore, but yeah, you can change scenes in here too. So you just go /scene equals, and then you do the name of the scene. So yeah, you guys can literally do everything with this. Links are in the description for everything, so check it out, download it. And if you guys have any questions too, I'll put a link for the Discord in there. And I'm going to put some other links to some profiles in the future, some voice attack profiles, some Blender files for all those like voice chat, or those chat windows rather. So yeah, if you guys have questions, you can either hit me up in the YouTube comments or hit me up on my Discord. Anyway, I always get back to people. I'm pretty quick about that. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you in the next episode of the SteveXM Show. SteveXM out.